The dreaded cone of shame. Many dog owners have witnessed their beloved pets endure its presence. When my Pomsky puppy had to wear his, he was not a happy camper. As a pet parent, I felt guilty and wondered if there were other products, like a recovery suit, to aid in his 2-week recovery period. Stick around because my findings may actually surprise you. Hi there, I'm Krista, and this is my Pomsky Pilot. On the advice of our vet, we got Pilot neutered when he was 7 months old. Prior to his surgery, I researched alternatives to the dreaded cone of shame. With an energetic pup on my hands, I wasn't sure how I'd get through the 10 to 14 day recovery stage, so I wanted to be well equipped. While the surgery itself was successful, I quickly learned that Pilot was, well, an impatient patient. He cried when I brought him home, and all he wanted to do was literally lick his wounds. Day 2 of recovery was quite tough. Pilot found it hard to get comfortable, and I spent many hours rocking him like a baby. He kept trying to get at his stitches, so we had to keep the cone on him. I tried everything to keep his mind off the pain and discomfort. Lots of bully sticks were consumed, and treats were plentiful. By day 4, I finally felt comfortable enough to try an inflatable donut-like cone. Pilot was still trying to lick occasionally, and because of this, I purchased a donut that had a detachable guard shield. Since the donut itself was plush and fuzzy, I thought he'd like it better than that hard cone. However, the weight of the donut was heavier than the cone of shame, so he actually wasn't a fan. Aw, my little fruit cup. I had quite a few friends tell me that they only used the cone at night or went straight to the recovery suit. But because Pilot was a licker, a chewer, and a biter, he would even lick the cone over his incision. I obviously didn't want the wound to become infected, or even worse, have the incision split open, so we kept the cone on even longer. Finally, by day 6, Pilot was back to his old self again. While we were told to keep his physical activities to a bare minimum, you just can't keep an energetic Pomsky down for too long. The cone helped to keep his energy levels at bay and was the main reason we decided to keep it on during the day. By day 7, we were ready to use the recovery suit. Pilot was licking less and his incision was healing up nicely. Aww, here he is all suited up. When it was time to go out and pee, I rolled up the recovery suit, as suggested in the product listing, but obviously I didn't roll it up enough because Pilot peed all over it, and into the wash it went. That same night, with the recovery suit freshly washed, Pilot wore it to bed without his cone or the inflatable donut. As he always does, Pilot woke me up the next morning at the crack of dawn. As he snuggled up beside me, I realized that the recovery suit was no longer on him. What? I bolted out of bed and saw the suit in a pile right beside me. To be fair, I have no idea how he got himself out of the recovery suit. The Velcro was still done up, and somehow he got his 2 front paws, his head, and his tail out of 4 holes. How the heck did that happen? Honestly, that was the last straw. By this time, I was done with the cone of shame, done with the inflatable donut, and now finished with the recovery suit. Pilot was on his own. There was no stopping this guy any longer. So, is there a better alternative to the cone of shame? Well, not for this pup. Therefore, if you have a high-energy dog and looking for a suitable alternative, the inflatable donut may be your best choice. It was pretty awkward on Pilot. He was only 13 pounds at the time, but because he's long and fairly bendy, I needed to go up a size so he was unable to reach his incision. In full transparency, I did have to send the first donut I bought back because the zipper on it didn't work. The second one I received was fine. It's quite plush and cuddly, and Pilot was able to rest his head on it, kind of like an airplane neck pillow when he was sleeping. If you decide to purchase one, you may want to also consider grabbing a balloon hand pump as well. I tried blowing the donut up myself and almost passed out. And for the recovery suit, I think it would work well on a calm pup or one who isn't looking to maneuver their way out of it. It is incredibly well made and thicker material than I expected. The Velcro is high quality and it comes in lots of adorable colors and patterns. How Pilot got out of it will forever remain a mystery. All in all, for Pilot's demeanor and energy level, the cone of shame was the best option during his recovery. While the 10+ days were painful at times, I am sure glad we're on the other side of it. My 3 must-haves for keeping Pilot occupied and comfortable. Number 1 would be extra long bully sticks that he could reach while the cone was on. 2, lots and lots of liver treats, but I actually think they help me with my own guilt more than anything. And then 3, his mesh cooling dog cot. Luckily, the weather was beautiful over the 10 days, so we spent a lot of time outside. Pilot slept most of the day on his cot and allowed both of us a change of scenery. I'll link all the items that I used in the description below. If you're currently on the recovery journey or about to enter it soon, I wish you lots of luck. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below with your own experiences and tips for getting through the cone of shame recovery period. Thanks for watching. Oh, sweets.